Happy Thursday, boys and girls. I hope your week is going really well so far. Before we start our lesson, I need you to grab some materials for me. First, I need you to grab your math workbook and a pencil. Also, I need for you to get your orange folder. In your orange folder, you have this here, double tens frame mat. I need you to get this out and this little sleeve here. That's in the folder. So get those things, pause, and come back to me. Oh, I need one other thing. Counters. If you want to use counters today, grab some counters. I'm using these little circles here. All right, pause, come back to me. All right, friends, you are back. So, in your sleeve here, I would like you to take this 10 frame mat and slide it right in. Slide it right inside. Okay, just like that. And then you put your folder away, slide it right in. And then whatever kind of counters you want to use, I'm using these today. All right, then we're ready to start our math lesson. Let's look at our objective today. We will make a 10 to help us add efficiently. Topic 1 essential question are, what are the strategies for finding addition and subtraction facts? Now let's go to our solving chair. Please open your workbooks to page 17. Page 17. And I'm going to pull up my workbook, page 17 also. Okay. How can thinking about a 10 help you find 9 plus 3? 9 plus 3. Use the tens frames and counters to show how. Now, if you do not want to use counters, you do not need to. You could draw your circles. That's totally fine. But I would like for you to do this problem and then go ahead and hit pause to go do the problem. All right, friends, you should be back with me now. Let's look at some students' work. Now, let's look at some students' work that completed this problem. Deanna's work, she used the top tens frame and filled in the whole tens frame and left 2 underneath. And then she wrote her equation, 9 plus 3 is 12. Now let's look at Megan's work. Megan's work. She didn't fill in the whole top tens frame. She put her 9, her first add-in, in the top tens frame, and then she put her 3, her second add-in, in the bottom tens frame. What do you notice? Or what do you wonder about what's happening here? Which one do you think is right? If you said Deanna, then you are correct. Let's get a little more information from our video today.
You can make a 10 to help you add 8. What fact do you see modeled here? The model shows 8 plus 5. Why might you want to make a 10 to add? Think about it.
So let's think about this. Why would you want to make a 10 to add? Why would you want to do that? Let's think. Is it easy to add 8 plus 5? Not that easy. Is it easy to add 10 plus something else? That's a little easier.
One reason is that tens are easy to add. Move 2 counters to make 10. Look at the 10 frames. Why do you think 2 counters are moved? 2 counters are needed to fill the top frame to make 10. When those counters are moved, how many are left in the bottom frame? There are 3 counters left. Now add with 10.
10 plus 3 equals 13. So, 8 plus 5 equals 13.
How does knowing the sum of 10 plus 3 help you find the sum of 8 plus 5?
What do you think, friends? How does knowing the sum of 10 plus 3 help you find the sum of 8 plus 5? Think about that, friends.
The sums are the same. So, if you know the sum of 10 plus 3, you also know the sum of 8 plus 5. How do you know that the sums are the same? The total number of counters did not change. Only how the counters were grouped changed. Now you know that making a group of 10 can help you add more easily.
So we didn't change those counters at all, just the group. The sum is the same. The sum is the same. The counters did not change. All right, let's look at my anchor chart here. Let's look at my anchor chart here. So I have my double tens frame. This is one tens frame, and then I have another tens frame down here. And then I wrote our equation here, 8 plus 5. Our equation here is 8 plus 5, so I drew 10 circles up here. I'm sorry, I drew 8 circles up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I drew 5 circles down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I want to find this sum and I make a 10, what can I do, friends? What can I do? I can move circles from that bottom tens frame up to the top tens frame, and then we can make our 10 equation. So if I do that, if I move 2 circles, because that's what's left, I'm going to cross them off here. Circle up here. Now, what is my new equation? So now I filled up that tens frame, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus how many? 1, 2, 3. 10 plus 3. So let's add that up together. Is that easier to add 10 plus 3? 10 plus 3 equals 13. So 8 plus 5 equals 13. I did not change my counters. I just moved them up and got new equations. All right, let's do a little practice together. So I would like for you to grab your workbook and turn to page 18. Page 18. So I want to do Do You Understand together. And I'm going to use my tens frame mat here. Now when you use your tens frame mat, friends, you can use your dry erase markers. So I'm going to grab a dry erase marker. Okay, so it says here, why do you move 2 counters to add 8 plus 5? So let's do that again. I'm going to put 8 plus 5 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I changed my color here. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why do you move 2 counters? Why do you move 2 counters? Oh, move 2 counters because there are 2 spots left in that 10 frame. 2 spots are left. So there's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm moving up 2 counters because I have 2 spots left. I'll write that on here. I move 2 counters because I have 2 spots left on my top tens frame. Okay, let's practice number 1 together. Let's practice number 1 together. Okay. Now in your workbook, those tens frames are right there for you. They're right there for you, those tens frames. So let's look here. So let's make a 10 to add, use counters and tens frames. So if you would like to use your tens frame mat, go ahead and use your tens frame mat. If you would like to use your counters, go ahead and use your counters. All right, so 7 plus 4. Now notice there's different colored counters on each tens frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the top add-in, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is the bottom add-in. So there's 3 spots left up here, so we're going to move these counters up. So now I have 10 up here. I moved these 3 counters and they went up because those are the spaces that were left. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 1 equals, what's 10 plus 1? 10 plus 1, if I count them up, I know that tens frame is full, so that's 10 plus 1, that's 11. So 7 plus 4 equals what? What does 7 plus 4 equal? It equals 11. Let's try another problem with our tens frame mat. Let's try another problem with our tens frame mat. Okay, so I'm going to, let's try, I'm actually going to use counters for this one. Let's use counters for this one. So let's try 6 plus 7. Yeah, let's try 6 plus 7. And let's try to find out what that is. I'm going to use my counters that I have here. So I'm going to put 6 counters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My 6 counters on the top, and I'm going to put 7 counters on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if I want to make a 10 to add here, I'm going to slide whatever I have on these empty spaces. So I'm going to slide 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't get any more counters. There's no more counters, so we don't need to get any more counters because then you would have the wrong sum. I just slid counters from the bottom 10 frame up to the top 10 frame. So let's look at our new equation. 10 plus what? How many do we have down here? 1, 2, 3. Equals, what's our sum? 10 plus 3, so we have 10, 11, 12, 13, equals 13. So if I know 10 plus 3 equals 13, 6 plus 7 equals 13. All right, friends, so for today, I would like you to practice problems here and go up to number 10. I would like for you to ask Mom or Dad, and we told Mom or Dad to send 7 and 8 to your teacher. I hope you have a great math lesson today. Enjoy your day.